This 4K Steelbook box set of the Sean Connery James Bond films are just another box set of incomplete bullshit. In today's physical media news topic video, we talk about all the details we know of with the 007 Sean Connery Steelbook box set coming out to 4K for the first time. And then, of course, we get into a massive rant why I'm tired of these incomplete box sets and why we deserve so much more as James Bond fans. And then, of course, we talk about the future of the James Bond films when they're going to be coming out to 4K, what editions they're going to get, and all this amazing franchise stuff. So let's get into it. So I'll take my news here, shaken, not stirred. So let's go over the details for this 007 Steelbook 4K box set. So the outside of this box set looks very clean. It's just 007 wrapped around. You got a clean black glossy look, and that's pretty much it. But James Bond likes to keep it classy, so I'm actually okay with the outside artwork here because there's not really much artwork to be spoken of. Next up, we got to talk about what you're getting inside this set. Yes, you're getting the 6 Sean Connery James Bond official 007 movies, and those are going to be, of course, Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderbolt. No, I keep saying Thunderbolt, Thunderball. And then, of course, you have You Only Live Twice and Diamonds Are Forever. So those are the 6 steelbooks you're going to be getting. And I look at these steelbooks and I'll rant on them a little bit later. I'm not overly impressed with the artwork, but a lot of it just shows kind of, Sean Connery on there. They're really celebrating Sean Connery with these films, of course. So it's just kind of different images of him. You got him with his shirt on, you got him with his shirt off, and just everything in between there. Now, of course, we got to talk about what the price is of this set. Well, on Amazon right now, at least of this recording, it looks like you can pre-order this one for $139.99. So around that $140 marker. Okay, not terrible on the price there. If you kind of calculate and divide the numbers, you're kind of looking at each steelbook under $25, which for a 4K steelbook these days actually isn't a terrible deal. So I'm not going to beat them up on the price here too much because that's actually a pretty decent value in terms of the price. Now we got to talk about, are we getting anything really crazy in this steelbook box set? Not really. It's just the steelbooks themselves. They look separated a little bit, kind of like that Superman box set. So I do like the layout there, individual, very nice. I will take that for sure. But are we getting any new special features added into these movies? I don't think so. Now, maybe I'm wrong there, and please correct me in the comments below for getting like some new featurettes or interviews. That would be really cool. Or like some kind of retrospective of sorts on the James Bond movies. But I think it's just kind of the vintage stuff because I don't see the special features listed in 4K here. So they're definitely not on the 4K disc. If they did new ones, I guess they're on the Blu-ray disc here. But once again, I just think it's the archival special features. I wish they would have taken an opportunity to add some really cool new special features, but that's just a personal gripe because I'm definitely a bonus feature type of person. But yeah, you can for now pre-order them on Amazon, and I don't know how long it will be in stock. Apparently, these box sets go pretty quick because like the Superman box set did seem to go fairly quickly. So you know what? I will link the affiliate link in the description below if you do want to pre-order this one. But now we get into a massive rant on why I'm actually really let down by this box set as a 007 James Bond fan. So I also like my rants shaken, not stirred. So let's get into a massive rant on why I'm tired of incomplete box sets. I talk about this all the time. I ranted on that original Rocky box set that was incomplete and it was just the 1 through 4 Rocky movies and the Drago cut. I got pissed about that because that's an incomplete box set. You got other movies in the Rocky franchise, they should have all been together. You got other 007 movies, yes, other James Bond movies that should be included in this box set. Can we do all the films? Imagine that. You had a nice big box set right there with all the 4Ks for every James Bond movie already out, like the era before Amazon kind of took over because who knows what direction they go in with their films, but that would have been really cool, just that big giant classic set of 007 James Bond movies. Now I know what you're saying. Yeah, you got the Sean Connery 007 stuff. I get it. but that's an incomplete box set right there. I want my other James Bond movies because you think about the future, and we'll talk about the future later on, but I just wonder how are they going to do these other actors? How are they going to get into their other box sets? And then when we line it up, is it going to look correct? I don't know. To me, it's just giving me some red flags, some bad signals there, and I don't really like that. I hate incomplete box sets. And once again, 007 is a franchise. I want all the movies in the franchise together, especially because these movies came out already. We're not talking about the future where, yeah, we know they're going to add new 007 stuff in the future. Right now, I'm just talking about what we have right now. We have all these movies. We've been patient about getting them to 4K. We've had them on Blu-ray, we've had them on DVD, but now we want these all on 4K, and they're just giving us a little sliver of the pie right there, just a little tease, just a little piece, starting us with the Sean Connery set. Now, I'm sure they're testing the waters. Is this going to sell out? Are people going to love this set? Then, yeah, maybe we'll do the other ones. I get it. I understand they're kind of trying to make sure, they actually sell these sets because why do all of them in 4K and they end up not selling? And then, oh my gosh, that cost is even more absorbent for them. I get it. I understand that. But still, you got to understand the collector mindset. When we see a franchise out there and we've been patient, we want the complete franchise box set, which is all the 007 films, all the 007 actors. We want to celebrate all these actors together in one box set. So that's why I'm pissed about this incomplete box set. It's an incomplete box set, as simple as that. I mean, if you disagree with that, let me know in the comments below. We can talk about it there, but I just feel this is an incomplete box set for a franchise. So yeah, I am pretty irritated by this. Like I said, I'm not going to beat them up on the price. There is value with the price. I'm not going to beat them up on the outside artwork. But another thing we got to talk about that I'm also pissed about, besides it not being a complete box set, we got to talk about the artwork for these steelbooks. Oh my gosh. What the heck is going on with the artwork here? Is this even considered artwork? Like, why not just use the original poster artwork for these steelbooks? Or do something really creative, commission something to get some really cool, like artistic design in there that really pops and that's really unique. So it's a good selling point for this set. But they went the weirdest direction with this one. It's just literally like Sean Connery on each of them in different positions and different poses. Once again, you want the shirt off, you want the shirt on, you want him leaning back, you want him standing. Like, it's just really weird. They're not even like celebrating the villains on these artwork pieces. Like, what? It's just odd to me. Like, it's a weird direction to go in. Like, I would love, once again, go with the original, theatrical poster artwork, or do like really cool newly commissioned artwork where you get to see a lot of the characters in these movies with some kind of really like popping, colorful design. But they really went like, hey, it's just Sean Connery. I get it. We're celebrating Sean Connery. I love to do that, but it just kind of gets stale after seeing it so many times on every single movie. And these movies right here aren't screaming. They're like title to me. Like, it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't fit the vibe of each movie to me personally. So yeah, I thought they could have done a way better job on the artwork design. Once again, artwork definitely is all opinion. I totally get it. But my opinion is I think this artwork design is no good. Just no good to me. I don't like it. I just don't like it here. And then once again, incomplete box set. So now let's talk about the future. Where do we go next with these 007 films? So once again, I like the future shaken, not stirred. So let's talk about what happens with these James Bond movies in the future. Do you think we're going to get 4Ks for every single movie here? I think it's a likely possibility, especially if this one sells pretty well. Yeah, they'll definitely go ahead and make the other ones because then they will sell well, I'm sure, too. But I'm once again, like I said, how are they going to do it? That's what gets me weirded out with this whole process here because we got the Sean Connery films, but then what do we do? We do the Roger Moore movies, cool. But then what about these other actors that had less movies? Like George Lazenby, one movie. Like, what are you going to do with that? Honor Majesty's Secret Service. Like, is it just like they're going to release the one steelbook? Makes no sense. Okay, you pair it with Timothy Dalton, right? But then just 3 movies there and that's it? That's kind of weird to do too. So it's like that's that weird middle area where it doesn't make sense to have a box set for. And so there's going to be different sized box sets once you get all the actors lined up. And then once again, they're all incomplete box sets, and then you put them together on the show. To me, that just sounds strange. To me, it just seems odd. And I get it. You say, hey, it's kind of cool. You can pull the actors individually, but like I said, with the actors that have the least amount of movies, it gets kind of weird in that sense. So I just don't know how it's going to end up looking on the shelf at the end of all this. Like I said, are they going to continue the same like kind of weird, artwork design of the steelbook as like all the Roger Moore movies, just going to be like pictures of Roger Moore, and then like I don't know, like the artwork design doesn't work for flowing for a whole franchise in my opinion. And then like I said, the different sizes and the box sets that are going to be needed. And could you imagine this? What if they really screwed us over and said, "Hey, we're not going to do another steelbook box set for these other actors. That was just for Sean Connery, but now we're just going to do it like with slip covers or in a different way." That's going to look really weird on the shelf. I know there was like confusion with like when the Rocky box set came out, right? Like people were waiting for steelbooks on certain Rocky movies, weren't able to pick up all the steelbooks, and then like there were slipcover options, and then they came out with another complete box set. Like, is it going to get really weird by the time all these James Bond movies come out to 4K, and then there's just going to be inconsistency throughout the collecting market with these movies? That's what I'm weirded out by. Like, I don't want to just buy this box set and then something goes haywire down the line where I'm like, okay, now this definitely doesn't match up. Because what if they do a big giant box set of 4Ks of all these movies? Then I'm like, man, I should have just waited for them all to come out to 4K. I knew they were going to do something like that. At least I had a strong, just, oh my gosh, why wouldn't they do a big old complete box set? So maybe I should have waited for that. Now I have like triple dipped on all these James Bond movies, and that would be super frustrating if that plays out. So once again, this is speculation here. This is educated guesses. We don't know how this is going to actually happen because once again, hasn't happened yet. But it just gets me worried and some red flags pop up. And so I'm almost just hesitant to even pick this one up for me personally, because I do want all of these in one set eventually. So I'm back and forth between, do I get the set? Do I don't? Yeah, the value's good, so that does soften the blow if something weird happens on later. At least they're not like $35 still books when you break down the math. I mean, under 25 once again is a good solid price, so that's why I'm leaning towards, ooh, maybe I will go ahead and pre-order and try to get this one. So yeah, still in the middle a little bit, but the future is just getting me so worried with what's going to happen with these other 007 movies, the 4K. So, and then who knows what the heck Amazon's going to do when we get some movies or spin-offs from them, and are they going to do still books and physical media? Is that, that's a whole nother story that we all have to stay tuned to. But there we go. Those are just once again my thoughts on this incomplete 007 Sean Connery box set. Once again, I'm hoping for the best here. Hopefully the 4Ks really look fantastic and sound amazing. But like I said, there's a couple things in there that just get me disappointed and let me down a little bit. So have to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Are you loving what they're doing with this Steelbook box set? Could have been improved. What changes would you have made? Let's have those fun movie discussions down below. And also, what's your favorite 007 movie, of course? And if you haven't already, once again, go ahead and blockbust that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you're alerted when a new physical media news topic video breaks. So that way we keep you entertained and informed in the world of physical media. And of course, you love this physical media topic. Another great way to help support the channel is definitely blockbustering another video right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.